What's up, guys, and welcome back to my reading journey. Hope we're all doing absolutely fantastic, and today, as usual, we're going to continue the book by Cicero on the ideal orator. It's going to be the 71st part of the first book, so let's get started. If all these views actually did have the approval of nations and societies, would anyone have allowed you, Crassus, a man so very eminent and distinguished, and a leading figure in our community, to say what you said to that huge meeting of your fellow citizens? Deliver us from our miseries, deliver us from the jaws of those whose cruelty cannot be sated by our blood alone. Don't allow us to be slaves to anyone but yourselves, the people as a whole, whose slaves we can and ought to be. I'll pass over miseries which, according to those philosophers, cannot touch a brave man, and I'll pass over the jaws from which you want to be delivered, that your blood might not be sucked up because of an unjust judgment, which they say cannot happen to a wise man. But how could you dare to say that not only you, but even the entire Senate, whose cause you were then pleading, were slaves? Can virtue be a slave, Crassus, according to the authorities you mentioned, whose teachings you incorporate within the orator's skill? Virtue, which always and alone is free, and which, even if the body were made prisoner of war or bound with chains, would still have to maintain its independence and its unrestricted freedom in all things. As for your additional statement that the Senate not only can, but even ought to be slaves to the people, what philosopher could be so soft, so faint-hearted, so spineless, so inclined to measure everything by the standard of bodily pressure and pain, that he could sanction the notion that the Senate is a slave to the people when the people themselves have, so to speak, handed over to the Senate the reins, that is, the power to control and guide them? Alright, guys, that was a short part, and we're going to continue tomorrow the next one, so thank you for joining in this short reading session. We're going to continue tomorrow. As usual, thank you, see you, and bye.